what is Bangalore? If you look at it, right, everybody says Bangalore is basically a particular type of skill that was built up over a long period of time, and then that skill connected to the United States and the rest of the world. That's basically what has created modern Bangalore. So what we do with Bangalore, or what we did with Bangalore, is what we have to do with other people, other hubs of skill. There is no reason. I mean, when you look at, for example, a town in China that produces 90% of the locks that are being sold in the world, what they've essentially done is connected a traditional network of skills with money to the rest of the world and built the whole value. That's what we can do it easily. But we have to change our mindset to one of growth only. We got to say, okay, now let's start producing millions and millions of jobs. How do you do that? You can't do it without the skills. So then the next step, obviously, find the people, start building those connectivity, those networks, and the thing builds fire. We've had successes, huh? For example, Bangalore is a huge success. If you look at what everybody calls the white revolution, Amul, it is basically connecting a large number of women in a district of Gujarat called Anand 70 years ago that produced Anand and created, made India #1 milk producer. So when you reach out to the skills, it happens. But that's not our default position. In India, generally people don't respect skills. The starting position is they respect power, they don't respect skills.
Mr. Gandhi, you mentioned China. China came up many times in many questions. I think the questions were surrounding the comparison to growth in China, and the startup ecosystem there produces a couple of unicorns. Unicorns are companies that are $1 billion in valuation or more every week. In India, we do it approximately now every month. So, it's still 5 to 10x us. Now, unicorns not just the only measure, but also there's a lot of innovation that's happening. There's just a lot of opportunity to build hardware. I think the question where the juxtaposition as China comes up the greatest is in the situation with hardware, which is with IoT devices, which are the new devices that'll power the digital fabric. IoT is very important and hardware is very important. We're not yet good at that in India. What do you think your government will do, in terms of hardware policies? Especially startups is very sensitive to that, those that want to build IoT devices.
I mean, I don't think everybody says, oh, China's 10x us, 20x us. I don't believe that. We are fundamentally different in China, and you can't measure India the way you measure China. So I don't believe that China is, miles ahead of us or anything like that. What China has done pretty well is build manufacturing systems on skills and formalizing it. Okay, but India has tremendous capacity, tremendous flexibility that China just does not have. So you can't build a 60,000 man factory in India because of the nature of our democracy and the nature of our ecosystem. But let me tell you, modern manufacturing is flexible manufacturing. Modern manufacturing is going to be small units with a lot of high tech injected in them. That is perfect for India. So it is being open to some of these ideas. Look, when you close your mind, when you have an environment which is angry, when you have an environment where there is tension, anger, viciousness, you don't just close your mind, you close the entire ecosystem, right? So what is happening today is India's liberal nature, India's open system, India's institutions are being attacked.